Ephect TV 100, the Infection LP, it's out now. It's your boy Ephect. Been a long process, but we here now. Cheers. So you want to break down the album? Alright, we can break it down track by track. Let's go. It kind of starts off like a soundtrack, I guess, like a fast heart rapid pace. Something's going on with me. Don't really know what is going on, but it's like I'm transforming, or I'm trying to make you feel like, you know, you're transforming into something or about to feel something. So it comes in with the soundtrack intro. And then Infected basically is the song that kind of almost sets the tone for the album, like any a song on the album should do. It's basically about the trials and tribulations of me, Ephect, going through the music business and life too. The ins and outs, the ups and downs, friends, family, all that stuff. I mean, you just have to listen to it, and it's just basically one big verse where I introduce you to the infection. Call me Ephect. I really like this song. The beat's almost kind of simple a little bit, but the lyrics pretty much explains who I am. Kind of cocky a little bit, a little arrogant, but more confident. Just bar for bar, break it down to who I am and just what I do. Don't call me Jeff, call me Ephect. Deep Shit is another good song. Actually, this song is kind of crazy. I get on my Madman Delirious type shit. Nick J produced the beat. I had fun with this song playing when I was recording this song. A lot of animated vocals in this song. In Deep Shit, I'm going at rappers, mainly the rappers, but I'm also going towards the haters. But it's like you're starting to feel like the madness of the infection. It's kind of like a caffeine adrenaline type shit, like where it's just, kind of in your face. I would say like the influences that I had with this song, probably like a Tech 9, Eminem, Ludacris, and my homie Kaz probably would inspire me, influence me to do a song like Deep Shit. Sinister, it's still some of that Madman. It falls after Deep Shit, so I'm kind of still in that mood. I'm still in that zone. So basically on Sinister, I'm kind of going at rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want it, come get it. I'm not a battle rapper, but I had to stand my ground. You know what I'm saying? But it's also towards the haters. People, not even rappers, just people that, hate just because, you know what I'm saying? So Sinister, yeah, it's kind of, the chorus kind of explains it. I feel myself changing. I really can't explain it. So I'm kind of like something, something's going on with me. I think everybody goes through that, you know what I'm saying? Like where we feel, you might be a humble person or a nice person, or you got a good heart or whatever, but you have to stand your ground. You got your back against the wall. You're like, fuck all these motherfuckers. Let me fucking dominate all these motherfuckers. And that's kind of what Sinister is about. So, pretty much you take it how you want to take it. If the shoe fits, wear it. Now, I got some feedback from a couple people that said, you're probably going to catch a lot of shit from this Ephect. It is what it is. I really don't give a shit. They ain't gonna like you for this one, Ephect. Maybe I'm a little bit narcissistic. Narcissistic is another fun track. My homie Kaz, me and Kaz, produced it together. Narcissistic is probably one of the songs on the album that is probably got the most punchlines. Like, I'm really not a punchline rapper. If you listen to the whole album, you're not really gonna hear a whole lot of punchlines. I'm not really a punchline rapper, but in Narcissistic, there's a lot of punchlines, shit from movies and stuff like that. So now if you think about it, I think majority of rappers are narcissistic. They can admit it or not, but they're narcissistic in some kind of way. They're self-centered. They feel like everything's, about them. It goes the same with, rappers, musicians, bands, movie actors, comedians, celebrities, basically. We all have this narcissistic, selfish kind of feeling in us. And I was just crazy enough and stupid enough and silly enough to make a song called Narcissistic. The shit is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Basically, I'm talking that shit on this song. Kind of like a trap beat type feel of what's going on now. Like, if you listen to the whole album is not trap beats or, senseless raps and materialistic raps. But with this song, it does have that trap beat kind of, cool vibe to it. It's definitely a car banger, a club banger. The beat's smooth and It's one, it's got hard hitting to it. It's definitely a banger. I'm basically just talking that shit. No matter what you do, you know what I'm saying? No matter if you're doing good or doing bad, they're gonna talk about you anyways. So you might as well go ahead and do what you wanna do, you know? And I find it unbelievable.
Where you from, motherfucker? East Side.
I think almost any rapper should probably definitely make at least one song in their career representing where they're from. So basically I made a beat and I called my homie Kaz and was like, hey, jump on this track with me. And he also added some additional production to spice it up. It's basically growing up on the east side of Indianapolis, Indiana. It's kind of telling my childhood story a little bit. Now I called the homie Kaz and told him to jump on the track. The funny thing about this is I was like, write 32 bars. This motherfucker ended up writing like a 64 bar verse and shit. So he's got a real long ass verse, but we had to play with the production, kind of spice it up so it doesn't get boring to the listener. I'm not even gonna sit here in front. Kaz killed that shit. The one thing I do like about the East Side song, it's got that hip hop feel. It's got that real hip hop feel. Kind of like the 90s shit, man. Like the shit you was listening to, you know, in the 90s house party, you know, growing up and, you know, childhood shit, man. I mean, that's what it's all about. And anybody that grew up on the east side of Indianapolis is definitely gonna feel this record. Moving comes in. Basically, throughout this album, you're gonna be introduced to who I really am. Because a lot of people don't know who I am as an independent artist, and they never heard of me. So, you know, I think through this album, they're gonna really get to know who Ephect is. On the production on Moving, I almost had the full beat, but I felt like it was missing something, an element to it. So I hit up Nick J, I sent him the track. He laid down some bass lines, some instrumentation throughout the beat. I feel like he brought that track to life. I'm basically not adjusting or compromising who I am as a rapper. You know, I feel like a lot of rappers try to fit into the young generation, so they kind of adjust or compromise who they really are. And on this song, I'm kind of telling you I'm not, but it's also got that club feel, an element to it. Let's Make It Hot is produced by Nick J. It's definitely a club joint, a radio friendly joint, no cussing. I feel like every record's at least gotta have at least one joint or a couple of joints on there that you know, for the clubbers, party, the nightlife, the DJs. I started with another beat, a completely different other beat, and I felt like the beat was good, but it wasn't good enough. So I sent it to Nick J, and he basically recreated the beat, kept the vocals, basically just swapped the beat, put the lyrics over it, kept the same tempo, and made the motherfucker hot.
You think I'm gonna stop? Well, I'm not. Nah.
Now, when I was conducting the album, the concept of the album, I knew that I had to have a section for the females. She Knows What is definitely one of my favorite songs. Nick J produced it. I mean, I think this is probably one of the best productions that he's done for me. I mean, he's got some tight ass production on the album. He produced half of the album, but I feel like this is probably the one. She Knows What is basically date night, like me and her, Bonnie and Clyde, his and hers. You know what I'm saying? Just us two. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody else. Let's hop in the car. Let's go ride with me tonight. Let's just do what we do. Have a good time. You know, no distractions, no complications. Like, let's just do what we do. You know what I'm saying? I definitely consider this song off the album one of the lead singles. I've shot a lot of music videos for the album. I feel like She Knows What is probably going to be one of the last songs that you see converted into a music video. I really want high quality production on this. Like, I just feel like the whole feel of it definitely needs to be up to par. You know, the bar's got to be risen. Baby Girl Do Your Thing I feel like it was maybe one of the songs that I kind of took a chance, rolled the dice with, and see what it does. It's definitely for the females. I'm talking to the females on this song. It's the bedroom talk, the bedroom essence. You know, love making, sex music, love music. But I'm happy how it turned out. I Want You is a relationship song. You know, I feel like every relationship, it starts off happy, you know, exciting because it's new and exciting, you know, and maybe infatuation or some lust or whatever, but as months come along, you start really seeing who people are. Okay, She Knows What was the introduction to me settling down, me saying fuck the hoes, fuck the groupies, fuck all the other shit. Let me see what this chick's all about. So She Knows What kind of goes into that. And then Baby Girl Do Your Thing is like the bedroom talk. And then I Want You starts to get more in depth with the relationship with that same female. I feel like a lot of people can relate to it as far as relationship goals and shit like that. But I do have a part on the hook where I say, but I got to keep moving on. And when I say that, it means like no matter if I'm with you or we break up or whatever happens, I still gotta continue living my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, they get in relationships and they feel like they need somebody or they gotta have somebody. And if that goes sour or goes south, then they feel like, oh, I'm at the end of the world. But you know, like when I say I got to keep moving on, it's like no matter if it's positive or negative, I still got to keep moving on and doing what I got to do. Life goes on. Some say good things never last long. At the end of I Want You, it kind of forms into months later or years later into a relationship. And you know, I mean, we're all human, things happen. I mean, people sometimes change or they have, you know, a change of heart or whatever. So I introduced a song called Love Lost. This song kind of defines the breakup. So it kind of starts off with, I get a voicemail. You know, she's trying to be nice about breaking up with me or trying to end the relationship. You know, I also know that there's some bullshit involved. Like I let some people hear it and be like, oh, that's deep, man, you know, that's deep, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I had to make some songs on the album that was deep, where people are gonna feel it. It's emotional. It's my experiences through relationships, you know, and over the years, some of my ex-girlfriends probably are not really gonna like this song, I mean, but I'm speaking the truth. I think Love Lost will really touch a lot of people. I mean, it's kind of got that dark feel to it, but it's like playing with the heart type shit. Like, you know something's not right. Like you kind of go with your gut, you know, and sometimes when you go with your gut, you're usually right. Love Lost is probably definitely one of my most emotional songs on the album. Now on the pattern of the album, Driving Me So Crazy comes in. This is like after the breakup. This is where I kind of fall into a dark, maybe depressed stage. Like I'm starting to just analyze everything in my life, not just the relationship, but the shit with my mom, friends, the rap game, just everything. It's just like it's all hitting me all at once, and it's like driving me crazy. Like, I mean, it's not a negative song, but it is. Like, I think sometimes we all encounter that darkness. I'm not the strongest person in the world, but I know, like, I've been hit a lot of times, and I took a lot of losses, and I've been through some shit. Every person's situation is different, and sometimes you really never know what another person might be going through. So after Driving Me So Crazy, I'm like in this dark negative spot, like, but I know I gotta get up. I gotta get up, man. Like I'm not a quitter. I'm not a loser. Like I gotta fucking snap the fuck out of it and get the fuck up. And that's where Hindsight comes in. It's an interlude on the album. Basically, it's one big verse, and I'm just going bam, 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 breaking everything down, thought by thought. You know, scattered thoughts, just all. Talk about the job, talk about the females, talk about friends, talk about the music business. I'm just talking about everything. My mother, at the end of the song, I'm kind of like breaking down. I'm breaking down and asking God, you know, please give me strength. I have other things in life that need to be done, that need to be taken care of. So I get myself up, I just kind of break out of the shell. Hindsight is filled with emotion, but also inspiration, you know, like anybody should not let something hold them down for so long. Like snap the fuck out of that shit and get the fuck up and keep moving. You gotta keep moving. Some trust. Some trust kind of has a poppy feel to it a little bit, but it's not really poppy. I mean, it's more emotions, inspiration. Like I feel like we're all insecure about something. With Some Trust, it's more about relationships. Like, you know, like I've been done dirty so many times, but I know that I'm not giving up. Like I still know that there's something good for me. I know I deserve good things out there. Some Trust is definitely one of the songs on the album. It's like heartfelt, emotional, but it also has inspiration built inside of it. Originally, Nick J produced the beat for Some Trust, and it was a good beat, but we just felt like, me and him kind of both felt like it needed something. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, you mind if I tweak and twerk some shit on there, blah, blah. He's like, go ahead, go for it, man, blah, 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 make it better. So I played with it and we kind of spiced it up. I feel like the hook, I wanted something, a different element. I felt like it needed a female or a male singer on there. Now with Some Trust, we went through 5 different artists through the hook, trying to get the right element. So I reached out to my homegirl, J. Ree, and I felt like she brought the best vibe and feel for the hook. This is like one of my softer songs on the album, but I think a lot of people are gonna be able to relate to it. It's more, you know, for a mature audience. Now I knew the project needed some inspiration, so towards the end of the album, I started breaking down some inspirational shit. Fear Out the Window, produced by Nick J, featuring Switch Dash Blade. Fear Out the Window is basically overcoming your fears. Like, you know, I feel like we all have fears, insecurities, and problems that we deal with. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people are afraid to take chances, you know. Like, how far are you really gonna go to chase your dreams and your goals? In this song, we break it down. It's like, do I wanna lay in bed all day and watch TV and sleep? Or do I wanna get up, you know, look at computer screens and get on the phone network and do what I gotta do? It's like, do you wanna stay bottled up and keep that fear in? Or do you wanna push that shit out and just go out there and take your chances and see what you got? I feel like anybody that listens to Fear Out the Window, it might inspire them to, you know, get off their ass and do what they gotta do. You know, it's definitely for the risk takers. Back in 2011, 2012, I took a trip to LA for a dynamic producer conference, and I had the chance to network with a cat named Stupid Genius from Orlando, Florida. Now, when you listen to The Infection, you're gonna get to know me more, but I also felt like people still wanted to hear my story more. So as we got to the end of the project, I had to close it out with As This Ink Spills, produced by Stupid Genius. I mean, it's real life talk. I mean, I'm telling you who I am and how I grew up, you know, single mother. I wasn't raised in church, but I do believe God has a plan. Very inspirational, you know, you're gonna hear the dedication, but it's also telling you, like, if I died tomorrow, at least my music, this music, The Infection, the album, is out there now. So if I die tomorrow, then this music lives for eternity. But on this track, you're definitely gonna feel some aggression, but the emotion of my reality kind of sets the tone for, you know, my legacy as Ephect. As This Ink Spills is definitely a way to close out the album. Alright, enough of this talking and interview bullshit. It's your boy Ephect, The Infection LP. It's out now. It's Ephect.com.